I'm Mitch to deal with Book Monster. I need to come up with a better intro. It's just all I got right now whenever I turn on the camera. Anyway, the video I'm going to do today is TBR wish list, I guess is the best phrase I can uh, describe the topic for this video. And what I mean by TBR wish list is, of course, like everybody, I have a long list of books that I have on my Kindle or physical format, either on Kindle or bookshelves or uh, anything like that. There is, or there are books that I've heard of either through going through bookstores or going stores or online or YouTube. Our corner might be more affectionately known as BookTube, because let's face it, for anybody that does these type of videos on YouTube, we talk about what books mainly, fantasy, science fiction, horror, nonfiction, fiction, anything book related. So yeah, that's where the term booktube comes in, I guess. I didn't create it, I'm just regurgitating it. So anyway, some books and authors I would like to potentially read. I may have some of these on my Kindle or shelf, but these aren't books I'm going to read right at the moment of shutting off the camera and uploading the video. It's just books in series or authors I want to check out eventually. So, as they say, without further ado, one book for sure I want to check out. Series, book series. Let's start with the series because there's more fantasy and or science fiction that I'd want to read long form, book after book of the same characters and the same continent or land, what have you, or whatever. So, of course, the first one that sticks out to mind is Robert Jordan / Brandon Sanderson, The Wheel of Time, 14, 15 book series, however you want to look at it, with a new spring situated in there with the main 14 books. So I honestly almost said a new hope. I'm thinking of Star Wars. But anyway, so I have those, all of the Wheel of Time books in uh, 5 box sets of 3 books apiece. I've started Odd the World several times at this point. Um, the furthest I've gotten with it is give or take 100 pages, 8 or 9 chapters at the most, maybe 10, maybe 10. Um, so that's the first one on the TBR wish list. Uh, the next one is a little bit of a cheat, because it's another popular fantasy series universe, and that is Malazan or Malazan. I've heard it pronounced both ways. By Stephen Erickson, uh, wrote the 10 main books. I would be interested in Malazan, Malazan, however you want to pronounce it. I think personally I'll just go with Malazan. So I think that's how my brain wants to put that. Just whatever. So, yeah, the 10 uh, books that Stephen Erickson wrote. Malazan, Book of the Fallen. I know there's spin-off of Malazan, Book of the Fallen book written by his partner, friend, co-creator, co-author, Ian Esmont, I think is the name. So beyond the 10 books by Stephen Erickson, I don't know how many books in the Malazan world or universe there is, and the catch to it, like I said, it's a little bit of a cheat because in 2020 and 2021, I believe the years are correct. I did read Gardens of the Moon, the very first book in the Book of the Fallen Malazan series, and I did start, and honestly got a good little ways in from memory, of the next book, Dead House Gate, I believe was the second book in that series. So, yes, it's on here because I do hope to get back to it someday. Unfortunately, I would have to restart the series proper because I don't remember on what happened. That was a good 3, 4 years ago, creeping up on maybe 5 years at this point. So yeah, it's been a while. things happen, and there's reasons I wasn't able to continue. Just I won't get into that here. Just there's reasons I haven't continued with the series. The next series is also a cheat as it's the whole series is on my Kindle. I'm sorry, if you notice anything, by my mouth, I think I have excess saliva right now. So excuse me for looking like I'm foaming at the mouth, maybe a little bit. I just noticed that myself. So anyway, the next series is also, like I said, written by two gentlemen. They go under the pseudonym James S. A. Corey. And yes, I am talking about the sci-fi series of The Expanse, space opera, space colonization. I'm not sure how you want to categorize it. I guess either way is fine. Yeah, this is another cheat because I have the whole 9-book series on Kindle. I bought it maybe a year and a half ago, give or take, probably closer to 2 years now. Uh, and I did start Leviathan Wakes, the very first book of the 9 books um, together. And I did get up to chapter 26, 27, I believe. Close, very close to 50% in the first book. Like 46, 48%, give or take. Like I mentioned, if I do give stats on reading, it's mostly from Kindle, like percentage wise, because the Kindle or ebook calculates, percentage, for percentage wise, you're into the book. I'm sure if you read off Kindle or a digital reader device, you already know that. But the two gentlemen that make up the pseudonym James S. A. Corey, if I didn't mention already, are Todd Frank and Daniel Abraham. I'm not sure which one, maybe both, but I know one for sure was a colleague or a uh, student of sorts under George R. R. Martin, the author of the Game of Thrones world. Song of Ice and Fire, however you want to classify that. Unfortunately, I don't believe that series, that universe appeals to me, although I did watch the Game of Thrones HBO series based off of Song of Ice and Fire and enjoyed that immensely. But reading the books, not just because the main series is not finished. I've tried getting into the first book, Game of Thrones, or A Game of Thrones, several times. I don't know, a handful of times, 3 to 5 times, maybe. And for whatever reason, either uh, reading with my eyes or audio, I don't know, I just can't get into it, but um, I appreciate the effort that the HBO team did with the material. So, do, or I have consumed Song of Ice and Fire visually, at least, watching the series HBO produced based on the material by George R. R. Martin. Want to throw that in there. Like I said, it's not on the list. But if you're wondering where it might be, it's not on mine. Disappointing, I know, and honestly, it disappoints me a little bit. Um, Not to put it on here. Anyway, um, so on to some individual books that I want to get to. One more series. I'm sorry to jump back, jump all over the place. But one more series, world, universe, is Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, Middle Earth, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, trilogy series, however you want to look at that. I do have the I think it's trade paperback uh, versions of the Lord of the Rings set trilogy uh, box set, the 3 individual books, Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return. Individually, I tried the omnibus book with all 3 of them together several times. I guess for me personally, it's too daunting, too intimidating to see it like that. Although I know Tolkien would have liked to have it like that from the beginning. Um, I can see why publishers didn't, may not have wanted that done back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, uh, whenever they were published. Other than, like, I've heard the paper shortage or whatever. So, um, a few maybe standalone type books. I'd want to either read or finish. And I think if you watch my previous video, this pick is obvious. Just more Stephen King. About anything Stephen King related. I'm currently making my way through The Stand, as mentioned. And like, although this is another G, and I just mentioned series, of course, Stephen King has his magnum opus, as people like to refer to it. Maybe he refers to it that way, I'm not sure. Dark Tower, I'd like to give that another shot. Um, I had, 7 or 8 of the book um, in a box set at one point. I did get through the Gunslinger, the first book, and after that, I picked up on 3, maybe got 90, no more than 100 pages into that, and just gave up on it. Enough did not finish. So yeah, just more Stephen King material, and maybe someday, get the goal to tackle the Dark Tower all over again after I have some more individual stories and books of his under my belt, because I know maybe not all, but a lot of his stories could overlap with characters or places mentioned or whatever. So, yeah, this is my TBR wish list. There's a lot more, but I don't want this video to be another half hour or more like it almost was yesterday. So, like, subscribe, pass the word around, although I think word is spreading, because as of right now, before making this video, when I logged on, I had 10 subscribers, and I don't know what else. So, subscriber count is going up. It looks like viewership is maybe not going up, but staying fairly steady. So that's fun. That's okay. So yeah, thanks for your time, patience, your viewership, your subscribing, all the above. Thank you.